Hello class, Miss P here. Today we are finally at the end of our May chapter books. We're at chapter 6, DNA and plants. So we've been talking about how DNA and cells work in living things, then they make us who we are. They give us the traits that make us look the way we are. There's DNA in living things, in plants that we're going to talk about today, in animals, and in humans. So today we're going to just talk about plants. I've gone ahead and I've cut out already our pictures. So the vocabulary words that we're going to use to answer our questions for this lesson are seeds, plant, traits, DNA, and grow. So those are the 5 vocabulary words we're going to use. I'm setting those aside. Let's read our questions that we're going to have to answer so we know what to pay attention to when we read. Question 1 says, the class learns about blank DNA. Okay, so what are we going to learn about today? That's usually in our title. Question 2 says, plants get DNA from blank of other plants. Plants get DNA from blank of other plants. Okay. Number 3, Mr. Kinder plants a seed to blank another plant. Okay, so when we talk about seeds, we're going to pay attention. Number 4 says, both plants have the same blank. Okay, so we're going to look for same. And question 5 says, blank gives plants their traits. Okay. All right, so chapter 6, we're going to tie together everything we've learned about DNA and cells. All right, here we go. We have our friend and his teacher, and at the blackboard behind them, it looks like they're talking about DNA in plants. All right, the article says, the class learns about plant DNA. Hey, I think that's question 1, plant DNA. Plants are living things, right? They grow. Plants are living things. And plants have cells and DNA. That's what we've been talking about. Cells and DNA. They are living things. We have a picture here of a plant, a living thing, this tree, and it has DNA. All right, it says different types of plants have different DNA, just like different animals have different DNA and different humans have different DNA. It says DNA makes them look different, right? Not all trees look the same. Not all plants look the same. All right, we have a picture of a plant of some flowers here, and it looks like DNA, and then a picture of a seed. It says that plants get DNA from seeds of other plants. I think that was one of our answers. Plants get DNA from seeds of other plants. The seeds are dropped by the plant, so as they grow, they'll drop naturally. Mr. Kinder plants a seed to grow another plant. Again, he plants a seed to grow another plant. Both plants have orange flowers because they came from the same seed. Says that DNA makes both plants look the same. DNA makes them look the same. That's vocabulary. Both plants have the same traits. The same traits. They look the same. Their traits are that they have orange flowers. This is because of the DNA in their cells. The DNA in their cells that make the flowers look the way they look. So our last, oh no, sorry, this isn't the last page of our article. Psych, never mind. What have we learned? We've learned that plants have cells and plants have DNA. That's our DNA picture again. Plants have DNA. DNA gives plants their traits, and plants get DNA from other plants. Just like we get our DNA from our parents, right? Humans get their DNA from other humans. Okay, so Todd learned about cells and DNA. That's him thinking about DNA and cells in plants and humans and in animals. It says DNA makes people, plants, and animals different. He is glad that living things are different. Thank you, DNA. Lovely. Thank you, DNA. All right. Cool. We've got that fresh in our head. Let's jump into number 1. It says the class learns about blank DNA. Did we learn about DNA? Or did we learn about plant DNA? We talked about plants. Yeah, good choosing. Plant. All right. So we're going to put plant is number 1. We talked about how DNA is in plants. I'm using my glue stick today. The class learns about plant DNA. Well done. All right. Number 2. Plants get DNA from blank of other plants. Plants get DNA from, let's see, what fell from the plant that they used to plant? It was the seeds. Yeah, you're right. Plants get DNA from seeds of other plants. Number 2 is seeds. That's how they grow and become more plants. Number 3 says Dr. Kinder plants a seed to trait another plant. Mr. Kinder plants a seed to trait another plant, or Mr. Kinder plants a seed to grow another plant. Grow, yeah, grow. We're going to grow another plant using the seed. Now, it's going to become summertime this week. Is summer, I think, officially. So it's a great time to get out, do some gardening, and maybe see some plants grow for yourself. Cool. Question number 4 says, both plants have the same blank. So these are the plants we talked about before, that they both had orange petals. They were both orange. Or like me, I have blue eyes like my mom. I get my blue eyes from my mom. We have the same traits because I get my DNA from her. It's traits. Both plants have the same traits. Great. All right, we have one vocabulary word left. Let's see if it makes sense in our sentence. DNA gives plants their traits. Is that what we learned? That DNA gives plants their traits? It is. That makes sense. That is correct. We got it. DNA gives plants their traits, gives animals their traits, gives humans their traits. Thank you, DNA. Right, like the article said. Cool. Well, guys, we did it. We answered Chapter 6, DNA and Plants, and we answered the comprehension questions. That is it for May. We are putting a wrap on May of our chapter books from May, and I'm so proud of you guys. I hope you are starting to see now maybe some similar or different traits you have from your family. Hopefully you learned something maybe if you did the family tree exercise and just can appreciate the similarities and differences within living things because of DNA. So great job, everybody, and I will see you next time for our next lesson. Great job. See ya. Bye.